Hi everybody, welcome back. It's been a while since I did a watercolor video, so I thought I'd ease myself back into it by doing a little swatch of new colors that I have from White Nights. So let's get to it. So this is my main palette. I do have other brands. Oh, a little magnet was on there. I do have other brands, but this one has become my go-to and I love it a lot. And it is mostly the Nevskaya Palitra colors, the White Night colors, and then a few additions in there as well. But these pans here are the White Nights. I made an order on eBay, what is probably now maybe a year ago, for a selection of White Nights colors that I wanted to put together for a travel palette. And these were the colors that I ordered. And these were the colors that I got. I did get a few of the right ones, but for the most part, I did not get the right colors. So I was a little bit disheartened, and I didn't even open these up. And I really should. So these are the colors that I have. I have May Green. This is Quinacridone Lilac. This is Naples Yellow Light. This is Geranium Red. Venice Purple, which is probably something I'd like because I think it's probably like, what's it called? Like an Italian red, like an English red. They tend to be like kind of opaque, and I don't know, I find them really handy. And this is Green Light. So my plan is to open up these colors, and then I have these magnetic strips that I bought at Daiso. You can get them at Walmart or any dollar store usually. And what I usually do is when I get a new pan, I stick it onto the back so that I can put it into metallic palettes and it's not wiggling around in there. Anyhow, that's what I'm going to do. I'll get to that, and I'll probably fast forward that bit. The thing I do like about these pans is that they actually are molded with their little logo on there. Most brands don't really do that. So I'm just going to jot down the information on here and then do a little swatching on this piece of watercolor paper. I just have a little folder with scraps, so I'm not really sure what kind of paper this is. It's really bright. It's kind of like their phthalo green, which I'll swatch later to show you. But it seems a little bit more yellow. I actually like that. It'd be good for mixing greens. And now we have May Green. That color looks like it's very staining, so I'm just gonna make sure I get it out of my brush. And this one is a yellow pigment and this pigment actually mixed together. And I do have several colors like this. I do enjoy this kind of color. You can mix it yourself, but if you use it a lot, it's handy to have. Well, I actually like both of these colors. So, maybe they're gonna make it into the palette. I think this one definitely. And now we have the Quinacridone. I never know how to say that. Quinacridone. Lilac. I have another color with that same pigment, and it looks like it looks very similar. I made a mistake of putting hand cream on before I did this because my hands were really dry, but now I've left greasy prints all over the paper, so that was an oops. And that's why you see sometimes that the paint isn't adhering very well. That's my hand cream. Well, that's very pretty. I think that is, yeah, definitely more lilac-y when it's very diluted. I like that a lot. Should have opened these a lot sooner. They've been sitting in my drawer for, yeah, I think about a year. And the next one, which I assumed I would like, is Venice Purple. So maybe the seller, I mean, there was a language barrier. I didn't try to get them to send me new ones or anything because they were in Russia, and I thought it would just be a hassle. So, but maybe they saw my selection of colors and they're like, no. You need these ones. This is a really cool color, actually. It's a cooler version of like an Italian red or an English red. Like, this is very granulating, and I think this one looks to be not as opaque, or maybe I didn't put it on heavy enough. No, it seems to be a little bit more translucent. heavily granulating, but it's sort of like a cool burnt orangey color, but yeah, I guess you could call it purple. It's like a cool red, right? That is very cool. Well, so far I'm liking all of these. And this is Naples yellow. Which I've been curious about. I do have one other Naples yellow, which I haven't really used. I ordered some Daniel Smith paints from Teoh, who I'm sure a lot of you know here on YouTube. It has a great watercolor channel, and sometimes he does sales with his old paints, or just the paints that he's accumulated. And I bought a set of Daniel Smith colors off of him, which I haven't used. So that'll be an upcoming video. Maybe that's the next video I will do. So that's my one other Naples yellow. And it's like an opaque Naples yellow. Some of them tend to be a little pink. This one seems to be slightly warm yellow, and it is quite opaque. It's quite nice, but I mean, I'm biased about yellow. And this last one is Geranium Red. Ooh, that's nice. It's like an orangey red, but they have another orangey red, which I own already, that came in the 25 pack that when I bought my White Nights paints, I ordered the box set of 25, and I think, I can't remember what the orange red in that set is called. I'll pull it out and swatch it as well. But it's not as nice as this one, and this would work really well like a vermilion, and maybe that's what it's supposed to be. I don't know what the pigment is for vermilion. Well, that is a happy surprise. I actually like all of these colors, and I think I will put them in the palette. I'm gonna have to move things around in there because I don't think I have enough room, but really cool. So I'm going to pull out a couple of other colors to show you in comparison from the other White Nights that I have. I'll be right back. So this is the phthalo green that comes in the 25 set, or at least it used to. I know they have recently launched different kinds of tins. Like, you used to just be able to get plastic cases for these sets, and now they have metal tins, which is nice. So this is the green that comes with the 25 set, and this is the green light. I don't know if you can tell on here, but this one's a little bit more blue. This one's like a bit more towards like a sap green, but still with a little bit of blue in it. And it is called Emerald Green, and it is like PG7. This is my favorite green, and that's the one that I ordered. I haven't really found something else like it. It's PG8, and it's nice and dark and rich and really like a natural green tone. So you can really easily mix green tones with that. So, yeah. I'll have to find out another source to order from in order to get a replacement for that color. Although mine is still quite full, I just want to have a little travel palette with those colors for landscape painting. And this one I have in quite a few brands actually. Let's see. So that's the Schminke one, which is actually deeper. So that's actually quite much lighter. It has a different yellow, that must be why. Actually a different green and a different yellow. And I have it in Sennelier, but it's actually quite a bit more yellow. And I think I also have it in Old Holland. Yeah, so I have it in Old Holland, which is actually a bit darker as well, a bit more on the olivey side. So that's cool. I mean, I like it. I have a problem with collecting yellows, right? And this color I don't have in a palette, but I have it in a tube. Let me just find it. Now this one from Rembrandt I think is maybe similar. So we'll try it out. I don't know if it's just like the art stores here don't really carry this anymore, but I often go to the art stores and find these for super cheap, like they're getting rid of all their stock. So if you're in Canada, keep an eye out because they're nice paints. Tummy's grumbling. Okay, so that just in the puddle already looks a little bit more red. Oh yeah, it's quite a bit more red. Sort of like its maroon cousin. And this one I think has the PV19 mixed with a red pigment. Let me just check. Oh yeah, so it's PR264 and PV19, hence the reddening. But both really pretty colors. And I mean, you can mix colors like this, but if you use them a lot, actually I should use this color more. I just use the colors that I'm more familiar with all the time, and I don't experiment with the other ones that I have. But both of these, really pretty. Similar, but not so similar. And this one I wanted to compare to like an English red. Now I think I have one from Da Vinci that is closer to that color, but I'm gonna swatch the English red that comes with the Nevskaya. Oh yeah, that's a lot more orange. But maybe you can tell that super granulaty thing. It's very, very opaque. So that's quite a lot of a different tone. Let's see if I find the one from Da Vinci. Which I also got on a super discount. Some stores were getting rid of their Da Vinci stock. And also an awesome paint, an American brand. Rembrandt is from Holland, I believe. It was really a steal. I got this for a couple of bucks. And tubes like that, oh my gosh, they'll last you forever. Somebody's gonna inherit it from me when I die. So, this is the Venetian Red from Da Vinci. Which is a little cooler, but nowhere near as cool and as purpley as that one. So it's the Venetian Red from Da Vinci. That's the one from Nevskaya, but they're a red version, and the purple version I very much like. It's very cool. Anyhow, I should do a little painting or play around with these colors just to see how they mix. And yeah, I'll set up to do that now. So before I try painting anything, I thought I'd do a few little mixes. And I stuck the paints just on the side mixing palette of my main palette, just so I could try mixing with some of the colors that I usually use. But we should try mixing some of these together. Like, let's try this guy. So this is the Naples yellow with the Quinacridone. Cool, interesting. That would make interesting skin tones, I think. It's really moody. There's quite a lot of like granulation, and you can see like bits of the purple inside of there. I like it. Let's add some more yellow. Oh yeah, that's cool. It's sort of like an ochre, a yellow ochre, but opaque. And don't be afraid of opaque. I feel like so often with watercolor, there's this thing where you should only use transparent colors, or there's a snobbery around it, but why do they make opaque colors then? That's really interesting. So I'm going to add a little bit more of the purple. Maybe that was too much. Okay, so the lilac is really dominant. So you don't need that much. Neat. This is really moody. I really like it. Like a lot. So, try... Oh, that's what I wanted to compare, actually. The geranium with vermilion. I'll do that on another swatch. But for now, let's try mixing. Okay, this might be very similar, but I just want to see how similar or different it is. So I'm going to mix the Venice purple with the Naples yellow. Okay, that's a lot warmer. I'm so kind of surprised that I really like these colors. I thought they were all going to be deads, and that there might have been like one that I kind of liked and then the rest I was going to give away. But I really like these colors. So that's really cool. Just mixes like nice variations. So that's the Naples yellow with Geranium Red, and that's Naples yellow with Quinacridone Lilac. I like it. Okay, try some of the greens out. What should we mix the greens with? Actually, lately, I just recently added the purple from Nevskaya back into my main palette, because I never use purple, and I didn't know how you would use it. It just seemed like a ridiculous color, but it is super handy for mixing, and I just recently discovered that it really like tones colors down in a very interesting way. So I'm going to try maybe the green light with the Quinacridone. See, that's cool. So this is green light with Quinacridone Lilac, and that is totally up my alley. I love these kind of like sea colors, mermaid lagoon stuff. And also phthalo greens. I also put the phthalo green into my palette recently because I thought I should try it out, and also very cool for mixing. Now look at that, that's like a really deep dark color that you can get from that mix. A really dark purple, very bluey. Really neat. Now you can get these kind of colors mixing a phthalo green and a purple These ones are particularly moody and I like them a lot. And now I will try this lighter green. I don't know what I should mix it with. Mix it with the geranium. I might just go brown. See? No, it goes super bright orange. I think it might be hard to get good variation. Oh, that's good. That's a good color there. That would be useful. So a lot of the May green with a little bit of the geranium, and you get a nice pale olive. Nice. Man, I haven't played like this with watercolor in so long. Maybe the rest of the afternoon I will do a bit of reminding myself what I have in my palette. Now I think I like this because it's like green gold. I'm gonna swatch that green gold because it is one of my favorite colors. Yeah, green gold is still a little bit more magical, and this is definitely more subdued. I think it's just more transparent and brighter, but very close. And that one's from Da Vinci. Such a cool color. So I'm gonna mix that green with something else. I think the Quinacridone is going to be very handy. Yeah, it just, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but it just has like the pigments break apart from each other, so you get this really weird like color inside a color thing going on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I like that. I think that's why I like the White Nights paint so much. There are a lot of granulating colors, and to me they create cool variations because it's not always the same, and then that is like more interest for me anyways. It's like more romantic. Anyhow, that is the Quinacridone Lilac with the May green, and really neat, really neat. I mean, what could you paint with this stuff here? Flowers, maybe. I mean, you're missing a blue, although that's very close to blue. Would be very subdued. I'll try something out, so I'm gonna pull up my pencil and just doodle a bit. So I drew this kind of like, sort of like a garden. Maybe I can make this into a really thick bookmark. Anyhow, I've been gardening a lot. That's what I've been doing with my free time. I think I might tack this down so that it's not curling on me. I had some painter's tape somewhere. I need to find it. I always feel weird about using this much washi tape for something like this. Okay, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go for it. Try to do just some play around, see what I can come up with these colors. I'm excited to really get to know these colors. And yeah, they're really moody. I like them. So, although they were the wrong ones, I am glad I got them actually. Some things are just meant to be. So thank you for watching. Thanks for joining me today. And just so you know, I do have a Patreon now, and it's a sticker club, and the information's in the description box below, so if you want to check that out. I hope to see you guys next time. Bye. Look how bright you can get that made green if you layer it up.